Hello folks, well we're going to do this Maxcom 70 of mine that our mystery benefactor Alan kindly gave me because I wanted to use it in the chapel. If you saw the video, trying to get the aerial through there and then discovering that the cable is actually full of water and is corroded, so it needs the cable changing. We'll do for now, at least the SWR's okay. I know the receive performance will be poor in view of that. So just happened to be handy, and whilst we haven't got a shelf in there, I've got some brackets on order. It's just something I can kind of dump down on the blower box in there and use. So we'll use the Motorola stroke Phono to SO239 connector, and we'll run through what it's doing. So when I have no reason to believe this is faulty, so we'll start that conversation again. No reason to believe it's faulty, but however I want it to be spot on. So we'll do this Maxcom 7E, and it's had an alteration for a BNC socket, which feels loose, so it can't be used with the original telescopic. What's the date? 6/5/25. Maxcom 7E, it's February 82, May 82, 000377. Right, so we'll put the power supply on, turn the radio on, put the signal generator on, and put picture in picture on. It's all everything on, and we've shown the wrong picture. There we go. Key it up, and there we have it. So, wow, 3.6 watts, and we're doing this at 12 volts. So, channel 1, yep, 3.5 watts, channel 40, 3.1 watt. Does it have low power? It does. Low power is 220 milliwatts. Hang on a minute, I was floored, I was in the wrong channel. Try again. 180 milliwatts. Back to full power. And 955 milliamps. Deviation, wallow, is 2.5. We will check that with the, we won't be doing the VCO. Frequency of gears only just been put on 5 minutes ago, so we'll take this with a pinch of salt. It's a bit high, so it's going to go higher. Receive, we'll set that to 2779152 so that it's fair. That brings us up to a problem, because you can't plug an earphone into it. We can't do a cyanide reading. So I have to open it up to connect that. Seems to recall we take the knobs off. have equally have dug out some of the Midland ones of these. Still made by Maxcom, aren't they? But at the time I was over at the chapel, and one of the storage facilities is 2 buildings away, so that made it easier. You get a decent sized speaker, a bigger speaker in this, and you're doing a lot of modern mobiles. So we'll connect that when I can switch it back on again. We'll connect that up to our synapse meter with a crocodile clip. I still wanted to get onto the business radios, and I've gone and slotted this in between. Not enough hours in the day. That's it. So we'll have a look at the synapse meter. So right now it's doing 0.95 microvolts, and I think that's jolly good for quite a simple set. .9, and if it does 100, yeah, it does 20. It's all down to noise this anyway. 1.6, we'll say 1.65 microvolts. Squelch, put this on the attenuator. 3, 10, 30, 100. Quite a lot. It is 6 millivolts. At least it does open. We'll put the signal generator to standby. We'll park it at 0.3 of a microvolt. That's volume. Set the squelch. .7. That's pretty lousy. So I bet that's an adjustment. There aren't going to be many adjustments, but that I'm hoping is one of them. Right, if I can find the other glasses. Let's just look through some of this other stuff. We know the mic works, we know the speaker works, it doesn't have PA, sockets are working, potentiometers are working, the switch is working, doesn't have a meter lamp, doesn't have a meter, doesn't have a meter, so that's gone through that. I've just put X Alan on it. He actually passed about 3 of these on to me. And this does come with its battery pack and that, but with that aerial swap over, we need to make that tighter. Anyway, let's go through the transmitter. I've got the circuit diagram here, just in case I get lost with it, and I've got the layout, which are from the original instruction book, which was sensible enough to have them. So I think we can find our way through it. We don't need to touch the VCO. So the transmit strip is going to be, well, clearly we've got these. So that is L5, L2, can't see a number there, 4, 3, 2. Right, let's have a look at the circuit. 5, 3, 2, transformer 4, we're not going to touch Or better 2 and 3. It's so close. We'll probably not get any more out of it anyway. 2 and 3. 2 and we'll start here. So going to transmit, wherever the transmit switch is, there it is. So it wasn't quite at the centre of its peak. Brought it up a bit. Just check on that one. There we go. That didn't need adjusting. That's a whisker from 4. That is 4. Now then, we need to check the other channels. This is going to be fun, isn't it, without a LED? Right. We'll put 4 watts there. So 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 39, 40. Should be about there. It is. I'm going to put 3.95 for channel 40. Just isn't quite 4. And then if we go round one more click, we should be channel 1. Let's check that. It is. You know what? It's like 4.02. So that's much better balanced. Right, let's go back to where we were with channel 20. Let's guess the clicks. Probably about there. I'll see what frequency is and then we'll amend it accordingly. That's it, I was on channel 21. Like my age, hey? 961 milliamps for another half watt. So 955 to 961. We've gone up 10 milliamps and we're doing another half watt because it's balanced properly. Let's go to low power. Don't know whether it's adjustable. I'll have a quick look at the circuit. See if I can see it quickly. RB1 is preset squelch. So the other will be deviation. And low power is going to be preset, isn't it? I just want to verify that. Well, you know, to be honest, I can't see low power appearing on the circuit diagram. I think that's something they must have put on as an improvement. So, RV1 is going to be squelch preset, so that means that the other, there's only 2 presets in the set. So RV1's in the middle somewhere. It's just under that wiring there, and the deviation one is just there. So we were correct, but I need to verify it with the other test set. So I'll just plug into the one behind me, just to be absolutely certain, because at the moment I'm getting 2.5 and that sounds about right. This is going to be fun to kind of pick this up and look at the next bench. I'll disconnect that from the speaker. Wallow. Wallow. 1, 2. Actually reads low. I have to adjust this kind of in my hand. Wow. Right, so we'll come back to this bench and we'll see what the Marconi test set says the deviation is now. Wallow. Wallow. Well, it kind of says it's a bit higher than that, but it isn't. Right, I think we can put this on frequency safely. I'll tell you what, no, we'll do the transmitter first. Sorry, we'll do the receiver because we've already set the signal generator deliberately wrongly to accommodate this. Right, here goes. So we'll switch that camera to the oscilloscope, put enough volume for it to be sensible, 100 microvolt signal, and we'll look for the detector. We will. I think it's going to be that one. But it could be that one. Whatever it is, that's right. Okay, so that's detector. Now we'll do synad. So I'll go over to the synad meter, keeping the signal as low as possible. We've got just the 2 and the IF. Yep, let's have a look where we are now. Put that on the attenuator so we can all see. So what have we got? 0.85. For 10 dB. 0.76, 20 dB, 1.7. probably the same as it was before, but you know. Squelch, we need to sort this out. So I want the squelch, wrong one, to open at 100 microvolts. I've got 100 microvolts on the signal generator. So it's the other preset, so it's this one here. There is one somewhere. Put the other glasses back on. Perhaps you've got to put your prod between the wiring. There we go, that's opened it up. That's where we want it. So we've now got 100 microvolts for tight. So hopefully the sensitivity of the squelch opening will now be right. Set squelch threshold. Signal generator back on. It's now 0.76. That's excellent. So just put the set on frequency. And that's it. So the frequency trimmer is that damaged item up there. What earth's happened? No, I think it's broken. I'll disconnect it from power and test equipment. So in doing this VNC socket, the trimmer capacitor has been wrecked. It still isn't easy, it's right down there. It's under that shield plate. The shield plate that's not soldered on properly. So it's in this corner. See whether we can pull that out. Got any pliers of any description? So there we are, it was connected by one wire and the other leg snapped off. Let's pull this loading coil out for the telescopic aerial. You see, you can't do that because it's got this loading coil. That isn't another... You can't put a BNC on the top because you've already got this loading coil. If you're going to put BNC on the top, you've got to lose the loading coil. We're not going to put the BNC... I don't think we're going to put anything on the top because it's never going to be used with the telescopic aerial that once came with it. So I think the best bet is to tape this up. But what we do need is a set working properly. So goodness knows what SWR you'd present to the sets by having a rubber duck and the loading coil. Right, I think that'll be 20 picofarads without really any further ado, but I'll just check. Picofarads, it says so. Right, I'll go and get one from stock. Right, so with a new one in my paw, we'll see whether I can get it to go down there. That's great, that's a good start. Drop it in the works. Make sure that's cleaned up probably better than it is. Oh no, it's not there. I'm looking at the wrong place. Could be there. Yeah, that's where it goes. I'll just make sure it fits by putting it on the top first. That's perfect. So hopefully we can feed it in. And they've put the shape of which way round it goes, which is handy. So with a little finger holding it into place, good. So put that screen plate back on. Right, it's supposed to be held there as well. And it's probably supposed to be held here as well. Except the board snapped away just there. Always got to remember to take this high-low power switch out, or the board will snap. We've seen snapped boards before now. That's it. So, what to do with this? We're certainly never going to reinstate the thing, because you know that we'd have to get a part from somewhere, and it has no advantage because the telescopic area is going to be usually missing. So, we don't want this to be, shall we say, live, do we? So nice idea with the BNC for a modern rubber duck, but it isn't going to work if your loading coil's out. It's got to be eliminated, and the trouble is it's mangled up the variable capacitor, knocking the whole thing off frequency. So didn't work out, did it? So I actually basically need some insulating tape, don't I, and or some heat shrink tubing or something, and just lose that. I don't want to unsolder it and discard it, because it then stops it being reinstated in the future. Right, so what I've done is to get a piece of sleeving and put that in it, and this is heat shrink stuff, and we'll heat shrink that with Mr. Chippy's little heat gun, and try not to melt the plastic case, or me. I think we need to hold that away from the case. Just like that. Tuck that inside where it'll do less harm. Now then, this has snapped off because of backwards and forwardsing. Right, we'll get it connected back up and pop it on frequency, hopefully. To be honest, it wasn't far enough, it wasn't, with the broken trimmer capacitor, it wasn't that far out to be off frequency as such. But I don't like things which are broken to be left like that. So There we are. Modification which didn't work out for somebody. So we're powered back up. And we need to have the free, yeah, we've got that on. Yep, so now we'll key it up and see what we've got. So it's now low 2779068. So hopefully we can adjust the trimmer capacitor. There we are, done. What was that then? 65 pence. I'm trying to put the lid on and got that knob there, hadn't I? We know that's channel 20. Put those on in the right position. So basically we've brought the power up half a watt. We've touched the receiver a tiny bit and it's made a little bit of an improvement. We've put it on frequency by replacing that trimmer. And we've lost the BNC socket which should never have been on the top. Wants a blanking thing to finish that off. There we go. Final check. Yep. Just talk to our radio, our walkie-talkie with it, turn the signal generator off. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2. Good. Put it on the aerial. And see if Mr. Chippy is game for a on the air test. You never know, we might do that Colt 295 and those take business radios tomorrow. I don't know, I've got the odd job man coming. One on a Roger.
Yeah, I thought that's what you'd be doing, Jason. Oh, mate, yeah. No, I did doubt whether it was you tonight, mate. I didn't think you'd be cracking through as well as you are doing, mate, from where you live. I think you...
Right, we'll leave it at that. So, got that back working, and thanks for watching.